Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. So here I will present you an update on our identification of feature of homologous recombination deficiency, or HRD, in solid tumor using optical genome mapping. So first, what are we speaking about? We are speaking about pathway to repair double-strand breaks that are of the DNA that are very deleterious DNA damage and that are repaired by a number of different complex pathways. But the HR pathway, or homologous recombination pathway, is the only pathway able to repair ad integrum the DNA sequence, leaving no scar on the tumor genome. And this pathway is quite a complex pathway. I will not detail it here. It's not the purpose of my talk, but it's catalyzed by a large complex with BRCA1, BRCA2, PALB2, RAD51 and its paralog that are playing a major role. And so this complex is absolutely essential for homologous recombination, but it's coded by genes that are also the well-known predisposing gene for ovarian and breast cancer. And indeed, those tumors that are deficient for this homologous recombination, or HR pathway, the tumor depend on alternative repair pathways that are quite efficient to repair the DNA damage, but that will lead that are intrinsically mutagenic, and that they will leave on the DNA insertion, deletion, translocation, and so on, that are called the genomic scar due of the HR deficiency. So again, the HRD condition is occurring in many tumor types, but mainly in breast and ovarian carcinoma, and more specifically in high-grade and poor outcome tumors such as triple-negative breast cancer, or TNBC, or high-grade serous ovarian carcinoma, both predisposed by the BRCA mutation in BRCA mutation carrier. And for each triple negative and high-grade serous ovarian carcinoma, approximately half of the cases are inactivated for the HR pathway, so they have an HRD status. Why is it so important to identify if the tumor has this HRD status? Because over the recent year, first in vitro and then in a large clinical trial, it has been shown that HRD tumors are exclusively sensitive to a family of drugs, that is the PARP inhibitor family, with a clear benefit for the patient that carry HRD positive tumor, but with a minor or no effect for the tumor that are HR proficient or non-HRD tumor. So the purpose of this work is, can we identify the HRD status using optical genome mapping? Because we were quite new in this technique of OGM, we wanted to explore it using two triple negative breast cancer, one carrying a BRCA1 mutation, or the other one BRCA2 mutation, and we compare the OGM at high coverage with whole genome sequencing also at high coverage. So we analyze those two tumors using both technique, and by comparison, here you can see the Circos plot due to the whole genome issue from the whole genome sequencing. Here's the Circos plot from the OGM data. And you can see here the Venn diagram of the translocation event, so the purple line in the center of the Circos plot, and you can see a large overlap of the call from whole genome and OGM, but also some discrepancy events that are identified only by whole genome sequencing or only by OGM. But looking into detail, we can see that this is just due to the lower resolution of OGM as compared to whole genome sequencing. And in this example, OGM is able to recognize chromosome 1, chromosome 16 translocation with an unknown piece in between the two chromosomes, whereas the higher resolution of whole genome sequencing is able to identify a translocation from 1 to 17, from 17 to 5, to 5 to 1, and to 1 to 16, explaining the difference in number of translocation, but that correspond to the same event. So being comforted that OGM was a robust method to identify structural variant in solid tumor, we set up a training set of tumor, both triple negative breast cancer and ovarian carcinoma, that were well characterized for their HRD status using shallow HRD. That is a method that is now in the hospital for to diagnose those tumors. So to analyze the OGM, we use the standard Access pipeline, the 1.7 version from Bionano. We found a wide range of coverage of the tumor sample from 150 to 1,500. We first exclude the cases with less than 20 structural variant because those samples probably contain a very low, a very low tumor content. We found very useful to adapt the minimal coverage of each structural variant. We adapted it from the overall coverage to minimize the contribution of small clonal event. And also we annotated the cases with prominent subclonal event. Thanks to this comparison between OGM and whole genome sequencing, and for this study, we simplify the structural variant nomenclature. Here are the different category of the call from the OGM pipeline, but we find useful to unify and simplify those calls in only 4 categories. And as an example, we specifically analyze those insertion call and duplication split from OGM, and we found that there were small events, probably called insertion because of the low resolution of the small size that is below the recognition of OGM for mapping, but both from the whole genome sequencing comparison with OGM and from manual inspection of those insertion, we were able to reclassify them as duplication. Then here is a visual inspection of all the call from OGM, and we were encouraged because you can see visually that HRD on the left and HRP on the tumor. This is only 4 examples of tumor, look quite different just visually, but we need to visualize that more precisely, and we extract all the structural variant call from OGM, deletion, duplication, inversion, and translocation, and we split them according to a specific subclass of sizes. And you can see immediately that some categories are significantly different between HRD tumor in red and HR proficient tumor in blue, with significant difference for the deletion, but with large overlap, with a very significant difference between duplication, tandem duplication here, and with inversion that is more hallmark of HRP tumor. Going back to the small duplication that are very different between HRD tumor and HRP tumor, there is still some overlap between those tumors, and if we look into the detail, this tumor sample without almost without tandem duplication, and those tumors are specifically BRCA2 mutated tumor, and this is very consistent with previous work based on whole genome sequencing of breast cancer from Serena Nixenal team, showing that indeed BRCA1 tumor is associated with small tandem duplication, whereas BRCA2 tumor are devoid of tandem duplication. We were more surprised by the fact that translocation showed the same number there were the same number of translocation in HRD and HRP tumor, whereas the visual inspection were showing a clear difference in the pattern from HRD and HRP. To account for that, we developed a new structural variant that we define as isolated translocation. And those isolated translocations are coming from the same concept we developed 10 years ago based on the recognition of HRD from a SNP array. That is translocation or translocation event that are isolated from any other translocation event from a given distance, as opposed to cluster translocation, where each translocation is very close to other one. There is one significant outlier from that, is that the best example of cluster translocation are actually balanced translocation, where two translocation corresponding to the two translocation events, the reciprocal translocation event, are exactly at the same place. So we need to specifically call those balanced translocation, especially because when we identify them, we found that they were very significantly associated to HRD tumor and almost absent in HRP tumor. So it was an interesting feature of HRD. So going back to the definition of isolated translocation, now we have to define at which distance, what is the best distance of free translocation to define those isolated translocations. So we explore all distance from 0 megabase to 5 megabase, and we can see that around 2 megabase, there is no overlap between HRD tumor and HRP tumor, and with only if we look back to the circle plot, here are two tumors, one HRD and one HRP, that are associated with the same, approximately the same number of translocation. But if we visualize only what we call the isolated translocation, now there is a clear difference between HRD and HRP, and this is confirmed looking at the box plot, where we can just with the isolated translocation separate fully HRD and HRP tumor with no overlap between the two clusters. So having this feature as probably the best feature of HRD, we explore it in a validation set, and this is very recent data that are still incomplete. We need to enlarge the number of this validation series, and this is ongoing. And here we can, in the validation set, confirm that isolated translocation is nicely separating the HRD tumor with from the HR proficient tumor, but with, as you can see, with 5 samples that were called by the standard tool in clinic as HR proficient, and that are classified as HR deficient by OGM. At this point, we don't know who is true, because there is no ground truth for HRD, but we need to explore more those apparent discrepancy. So as a conclusion, HRD features are readily detectable using OGM, including small tandem duplications that are specific for BRCA1 tumor, small deletion, balanced translocation, and importantly, isolated translocation. Isolated translocation as a single feature classify HRD and HRP with good performance, but there is discrepancy with other HRD diagnosis tool, and presently we are developing an approach based on multiple features to increase the robustness of this OGM tool. So as an acknowledgement, this work was mainly due by two talented bioinformaticians, Tatiana and Sandra. The experiments were performed at Institut Curie on our OGM platform. We benefit from the collaboration of several physicians from the Institut Curie Hospital who provide the patient sample, and we thank also the patient who consent to this study. Thank you very much.